G'day gamers, welcome to youtube.com/Geek Aloud. Today we are having a look at a Let's Play for F.I.S.T. Forged in Shadow Torch. If you checked out the channel, you may have seen the install video for that one. Today we are going to jump into playing it. We're through the first probably hour or so of the game itself. What do we do? So you got two, just obtained essentially a second weapon. So you start with this one. Now it is a 2021 release, so 18 or so months ago. Trying to work through my backlog here. Just a bit of a metroidvania style game, I will say that. It does have some elements here you can see as we'll jump into it. If you go into these stations, you can unlock skills. So there's a skill tree there. The currency up on the top left there, 1208 is what I've got at the moment. That is essentially your currency to do upgrades for your character. And then there are also data discs, which essentially unlock special abilities, etc, etc. So you've got, as I said, I've only just got the drill, so I don't know how this works as a weapon. Seems to be looking hot at the moment. Took these guys apart. So you start off with, essentially you're in essence, the story is in that the Ferdisons, I think they call them, the fur creatures of the city are basically being oppressed by these essentially robots, I guess you'd call them. And at the start of the game, the main character Ray, his friend is taken by these robot characters, and you've made it a decision that you're going to re-equip a suit, basically you used to have when you were younger, I guess. That you are going to have a crack at trying to find your friend. You've got to basically make your way through. As I said, it's a metroidvania type game in essence, but I will say it's sort of a metroidvania light. It does have some of the elements of the Metroidvania with a bit of, you've got to unlock certain abilities to then, move yourself forward through some of the locked areas. But it also, it's fairly good with the map there. You can see on screen that it gives you a pretty good overview of where you need to go and what you're doing and that sort of stuff. So probably not bad. And then it's got that sort of, it's a 2D game, but it's sort of got that 2D, 3D art style. It does look quite good, does play quite well. Plain see there. Not sure. I haven't worked out what they're actually doing yet, those plant seed things. And there's the other bit as well. You can, there you go, basically got a block maneuver, but you can in fact unlock as one of that skill tree that I mentioned earlier is a set of, it's difficult on the diagonal sort of slope there. In that skill tree there is in effect an execution move that you can actually unlock. Dodge those there. It's the first time I've seen those enemies. They're a bit they are a bit not difficult, but strange, I would say, to sort of get yourself around. So we'll go back here. As I said, it says a little bit of, sort of two things with it. Is a little bit of exploration and a little bit of you know, finding the right path that you've got to be on to, you know,
I should be able to use the transformer drill to ride the updraft up there.
To your next objective, and there you go, we can see. So we've just unlocked the drill, as I mentioned at the start, so we've now got this capability. So this is going to unlock some areas for us that you can ride these updrafts. Oop, didn't do it properly. You're killing yourself. I've got no health. That's the other problem with this. It's, as I said, it's a 2D game, but they're working in a pseudo, you know, sort of 3D environment, which can sometimes make it a little bit difficult, but that's alright. We'll carry on. And you can see there, obviously, the map unfolds as you progress your way through.
Diagnostic for me. My voltage keeps fluctuating. Are you sure? We just started. How have you already lost so much power? It's nerves. That rabbit furball gave the mechanical core the smackdown. We're the only ones left at the power station. Do you think we might be unlucky enough to run into him? Don't worry. If something goes wrong, just use the teleporter to escape. I'm out.
If the Iron Dogs wanted to use it to escape, the machine should leap to the surface.
So there's a tornado, that's something I haven't unlocked yet, so I can't.
I don't know where this machine will teleport me.
Oh, nice. What's the tornado? Oh, there you go. So I had to unlock the drill bit to be able to get that maneuver. So you've got your shock button there, we've just unlocked. And then you've got to have a look at these canisters as well. They'll contain some of the currency that you need to upgrade at those machines we visited before. And the other interesting thing which you may have seen me use there, so you only start off with a single jump like that. I've obviously unlocked the double jump there, and you've also got a dash, which can sort of help you manoeuvring around the environments and the levels as well. Oof. Actually, we won't use that because we can use this one, and that will repair us. So these rooms are like your little save rooms, or safe havens, I guess you'd call them. And you can also... I'll need to get the execution thing come up there, so there's the execution. Wow, that was bad time. You got blocked by the door. Skeleton key, which I have not unlocked, so I reckon. Okay, going this way. I guess we can get up there now. As I said, that's the thing, sort of working through these metroidvania type games, is that you've sort of work out where you haven't been, and then it can become not chaotic as such, but it just becomes a matter of having to work out exactly where you might have seen something, or an area that was impassable before. You just got to sort of try and remember that. So I'm not going to get up there if double jump. There we go. So old boy out there, and if you see these little vents around as well, they'll often lead to a secret area. So again, this is, keep an eye out for these. These are bigger versions of those little canisters we saw before, which can give you a lot more of the currency required to upgrade. And there we go, you can see the execution there, which is a bit more. One little sliver of health, so see how we're trying to knock the rest of these off. This one, he's got the shield, so we might come back to him. This one's got one as well. Oh, it's basically a mirror of the other side there, so. Anyway, last one. And again, you just want to search around these sort of areas, just see if there's anything you missed, or little secrets or some sort of area that you may be able to get some more currency, or find some of those upgrade. We've already been down there. And this is where we weren't able to get to before we had the drill bit, so we haven't been up to this section here. And just another mechanic there, you can actually, you don't need to do the double jump, you can actually just bounce off the wall and then maneuver your way through that way. Another one of the little canisters there that will...
Welcome to Jingles' shop.
Now this is where you can buy some stuff from. So the SP Essence, if you get 3 of those, that upgrades your SP, which is, special abilities. Data, this is the one that unlocks those special moves, so we might grab 1 or 2 of those. No, so that'll be the first one. Oh, he's only got 1 for sale.
Thank you for your
so
business.
we'll skip past that one.
Nice. You defeated the mechanic. Since you are so powerful, I have a favor to ask you. A lot of our Ferguson brothers have been thrown into the prison lately.
Don't worry, Master Wu. I will intervene.
I am counting on you. Rayton is now more than a match for the elderly sister.
So we need to do a repair for that one, and then again it shows you where you sort of need to go, so it gives you it doesn't sort of leave you hanging where you the more you explore, the bigger the map obviously gets, and the more there is to it, and it doesn't really leave you hanging to a point where you go, oh, where was that one section that I traversed, you know, an hour or two ago, and where was that door that I couldn't get in, or that area that I couldn't get past. So it's actually, in terms of giving you an idea exactly where you need to go, it is actually quite handy with the map system that they've got there. There's another SPS, since we need one more of those. Is any up here? I missed that. Just a little trapdoor that led me out there. So you can see on the map there, I think we just need to keep going across this way. Sort of overworld area, so I would think that there'd be another red door around somewhere that we weren't able to get through on our first trip here. And again, the traversal mechanics are actually pretty good. Oh, this was the part we couldn't get over before. I kept jumping in there, trying to work out some way to do it. Turns out you need the drill bit to be able to fan over.
Home base.
Report. The fugitive rabbit Ferguson has acquired the Transformer Trail and is approaching Torch Tower.
Post more guards to stop him.
Yes, sir.
And there is some sort of mini boss type characters that you sort of come across as you get in there. Some larger enemies that you sort of need. Ooh. Execution game. It's very interesting with these metroidvanias as well, that you need one particular component or item or whatever it is to unlock a certain area, but then they essentially make you not reuse it as such, but it's almost like a gate that somehow, if you've managed to get your way through that first bit, where you shouldn't have. Ooh, lucky on that one. Not that you're going to go away at all. Get over there, so there must be a way down the track that we can Yes. Go up. No, we're not going to go get around that, are you? Well. No, you can't get it that way though. So I still haven't worked out what the plant seeds do. That hasn't come into the story yet. Also, that is one thing though, that when you start getting a few enemies on screen, it does become quite hectic with what's going on, not just in terms of where they are and trying to avoid them as such, but there's also trying to sort of lose track of your position on the screen occasionally, especially if you get knocked around or flipped around or whatever it is. Execute the other, there we go. Oh, I get more coming. Oh, double jump too early on that one, and we are almost. Oh, got one that time. And essentially that you'll have your checkpoints there that sort of auto save and I'll pop you back there, so we're just in the room over. But that is a bit of gameplay from F.I.S.T. Forged in Shadow Torch. Not a bad game, as I said, probably put a couple of hours into it now, actually quite enjoying it. We'll see how that continues. It is, for a metroidvania, pretty good. I know that there are sort of a dime a dozen these days. Everybody's trying to cash in on the craze and the popularity of them, but this one is actually not a bad one. So I would imagine we would have a discussion about it on GEA this week. That's the Gaming Enforcement Agency, 8 o'clock at Thursday nights, Eastern Australian time, where myself, Unky Dunky, and Troy discuss the games we've been playing, the news of the week, the standoff, and audience participation through the live chat on YouTube. And if you do happen to miss that, there is the podcast services now available, so you can listen to the show on your podcast server of choice. Thanks for joining us to this one. Make sure to check out the channel for some other Let's Plays, Let's Installs, and other informational videos as well. What else can you do with the channel? You can like it, you can subscribe it, and you'll never miss it.
Oh, that was luck. Hey, that's something. Old Uncle Donkey. Geek Donkey.